Thank you.
Hello, everyone. This is Esther, and I'm going to be the host of the session Ripple Unboxed. I'm very honored to greet all of you and introduce André Schleger, who is a software developer and architect and is always very hungry for new technologies and tools. Over the past year, he's been heavily involved in the blockchain community on Community Z. And today he's going to show the financial institutions how to add the new technology to their toolbox by introducing us to Ripple technology from a very practical point of view. Throughout the presentations, you are more than welcome to put your questions and comments in the Q&A sessions. At the very end of this presentation, we are going to facilitate a Q&A session. Enjoy the presentation. Andre, the stage is yours.
Okay, thank you very much, Esther. And I'd like to share my information, which I did in recent several months about Ripple and how it could be used in some commercial projects. So, what is Ripple? Ripple is a blockchain which named behind one name company, and I'd like to, by points, to say some couple of words about use cases, about what's the main part of, in my opinion, what's the main part of the Ripple blockchain and how it could be used, and to show some practical examples of sending XRP or internet value behind testnet. And I convey some information about Ripple Box project and how it could be built in the future usage with financial institution. So as Esther said, I am mostly practitioner. I love to code, I love to develop, I love to solve some tasks, and sometimes I love develop things. And get to the subject. What is a Ripple? A Ripple is a startup which was started about 2012 with Google, and the aim of this project was to replace in the future interbank communications like SWIFT, SEPA, and others. And this is a big challenge, because behind this created many different banks, many different financial institutions. So it's created and it's developed in parallel to the SWIFT. And SWIFT, for example, tried to implement similar functionality in the like blockchain in the methods of payments. And the most beautiful part about Ripple is that it's very cheap. It costs around fraction of the dollar, and when it cost, if we get half year ago, it cost only 20 cents per one XRP. It cost much more cheaper. So in terms of payment, it's the cheapest currency between crypto. And the interesting things about it, that it's used very scary for now because of the SEC lawsuits, and I think they won, and why it is happened, I try to explain in a couple of minutes. So what is Ledger? Ledger is a name of blockchain. Just in our blockchain it named Ledger, in Ripple it named, in other blockchain it named blockchain, in Ripple it's named Ledger, and this functionality has similarity with other blockchain in the meaning of the transaction, but there is a completely different consensus algorithm. It's completely different from the methods of validation transaction, because of this, this blockchain is very cheap for transaction use, and this is the most prominent part of this blockchain, that they created something absolutely new. They don't repeat Bitcoin or Ethereum. They created new blockchain with new methodology. And Ripple is not the only name of the blockchain. The Ripple is a real huge company which created, built it, and used such product as RippleNet. It mostly used for banks, and as they position themselves, they could connect to the banks with one endpoint, and then it's just simple as this to send currency across the world and across the blockchains. As a short description is 3 components. First is Xcurrent, is messaging solution built on Interledger product, which is sponsored also by Ripple. And this very interesting part to Xrapid is a liquid pool that could be used for decentralized exchanges inside Ripple network. And Xvia is just a set of the interfaces implementing which you could connect to the Ripple network and use all functionality of this. And there is additional protocols, is Interledger protocol, which I already said. It's used for sending value across different blockchains, like you could send Ethereum to the Bitcoin with automatical conversion. There is PayStream, and this is like sending money by email. It has some well-known, user-friendly address, which very simple to remember. And literally half a week ago, chief architect of the Ripple, David Schwartz, said that they're trying to create smart contracts on the Ripple with federated sidechains, and it's the news because before this time there is no smart contracts at all, so it's very interesting too. As for the infrastructure, there is very simple. You just clone GitHub repository of Ripple server, or you could find it built it from, for example, Debian packages or Fedora packages, and install on the server, and just run your standalone server, and it's very good for development. Or you just run it in with default properties, and you get public hub, which you could use for sending transaction across the whole blockchain. So it's just plug and play, and it worked very simple. Use cases. The main use cases you could think about is cross-border payments, and this is the most part of the business of the Ripple. And as for the United States, for now is not saluted this solution, but other parts like Asia, Australia, and Europe very welcome to this, and they trying to implement this actively, and there is increasing demands of this solution. You could use a CAM as a special, very special transaction type, partial payments, and when it's used, it not completely send transaction to the ledger. It can accumulate it on one of the points of the incoming traffic for payment. It's something like gateway, and then you just commit transaction with different consumers of this transaction in one place. So you additionally save your money to work with some e-commerce projects. It's from the start decentralized exchange, and you could use it inside your projects too, but there is some inconvenience which I later show. And you could use interledger payments, pasting, and something like weaponization. When you use media or gaming, you could create some tickets for games or some lottery and implement this by your side on your phone, and there is different appeal to use with this. And you could use some different business model, and it's very well described in Accepted Ledger documentation. You just need to implement it. And for me, is the most interesting part is how you pay assets on the blockchain. So you just not ordinary bank. You just need some science of the currency, and you need some methods to trust somebody to send value, and you need some method to trust that somebody will trust you. And this is assets for this can serve. And the main and one of the interesting usage of the blockchain is become issuing gateway. Issuing gateway is like a bank which you trust, and this bank you trust to, and some other banks in some limits trusted, and you understand what could you lose, and other could understand what you could lose, but this balance stated on the understanding that you have owners, and owners wanted to replacement for the money, and you need some obligation with this method of payments. So you create trust lines, and you trade promises. You just send your promise that somebody will send you, and when there is so much promises in the network, you could trade it. I think it could be done without market makers at all. So the idea is that you send, for example, I'm a Bob, and I wanted send money to Alice, and Charlie also owes money to Alice. In this example, Alice gets $30, but sometime later, Bob wanted to pay some money to the Charlie, and it could be done in two ways. First, Bob just sent money to Charlie, and Charlie sent confirmation, acknowledgement that Charlie gave the money, and it could be done transparently when Bob knew that Alice owed some money to Charlie, and from this money, which Bob owed to Alice, some part of this sent it to Charlie, and this is happened in one transaction. So there is no need to acknowledgement, it just happened on the blockchain, it's wrote down, and it's fixed. This is the main idea. But how Alice need to get the money from the bank? And this is how it happens. Alice come to some application or some bank, and from credit cards or by cash, placed some amount of money on the account of Acme, and Acme added to the account of Alice $3 and promised to Alice that it will be returned in any kind of situation. And for now, Alice has $3 on the account on the blockchain, but it's not the usual money. It's not the euro or dollars or other currency you have on your bank account. It's currency issued by Acme. It's named in similar way Euro Acme, and it's just sign that this financial institution could exchange this type of money with others. But trusting relation with this is a different issue, and you should absolutely be sure that your account will be trusted, and if an account fail, you some other method get your money back. So it's a matter of trust. Here is some dev tools, and first three is very well supported. Other four not very well developed. And last this commits will be about half year, I think, but maybe it's more stable. I don't know. I just use Ripple library. So I tried to explain how it works in my application. It could be downloaded, and you could play it with your Unijazz browser. So here is for that, we just need to generate new account, and name is now, for example. I got a secret key. And that's it. I get 1000 XRP of test currency. Then I just wanted to send some of this currency to other party, for example, to the Mila. I copy paste this account and send it to this user. I send XRP, for example, 5. I send it. and it succeed, and we just see that it's lowered for some sending money, and 12 drops of fraction of the XRP. So I need to pay, and on Miller account there is increase, and we will go to this account number and see on the transaction network how to work it. So we send 5 XRP to this account from the NEO. NEO is YCB. Okay, but now I need to send some real imports money. I need to create a trust line. I have some account called bank, and this account just united all my users in this network. So I create this additional trust line to this. I create trust line for example, bond, and I create, for example, for yen. In this similar way, I send transaction for creation for yen and bond for this account too. So for now, as you can see, there is 2 different trust lines for the yen and for the Great Britain pound. And for now, it's balanced by 0. So just I need to go to bank and send some money to this bank. And bank, when it accepted my money, it just send me money on the blockchain. So I need to get some prerequisites, and I need to, for example, bond. For example, I send bond, and as you can see, I have already 10 bonds. And for now, I could send this bond to somebody. For example, I need to send it to Mila. I send it to with Mila account. I need to say that issuer is bank. I need to choose the currency, and I need to set up some. Okay, okay. So it succeeds, and here is 8 bonds, and Mila gets and Mila gets 2 bonds too. So we could go to the Ripple network and see it. So as you can see, there is to payments, offer create, send to. That's it. Check this part of the account. So it sent 2 pounds to this account, and here is, you see, there is validators changed some nodes and move the value from one account to the another account. Okay, and now I need to exchange some accounts for some money from pounds to yen. I try to get yen, and I need to 3 pounds. For example, this is current course. In reality, is different, but let's do it for the simplicity. I send it to this account, and on XRP, I need to show you that it already placed it. Okay, offer created, and this offer created for the €3 in exchange for 3 GPI. And on order objects, I can see so that I need to exchange 3 points with 3. I need to exchange 3 points and get 3 yen. So I go to Mila and try to create similar exchange, but in reverse currency. So it's sent yen, receive pound, get this type of amount, and this type will fill a queue. Send it. Okay, and so now I saw that there is 2 currencies in my wallet. It's pound and yen, and there is additional thing that my order is gone, and I don't have some account object at all. There is a common field for the account attached to the Ripple exchange. It could be different types of transactions. It could be payments, offers, and etc. So I just move value from one account to the another account. And returning to this idea, I'd like to suggest that it could be created with plug-and-play project. You could create some additional layer of the financial interaction with some bank or some e-commerce company. Then you could add some payment layers to this, and inside this layer you just need to understand which transaction will go abroad, which transaction will go to blockchain, which transaction will just paid with bank system. And it depends on your business model. When you build it, you just understand what is the cheapest way you could choose, and you could create your payments with different type of the wider technology than you have before a year or two. So that's all. Thank you for coming. I will answer the questions.
Thank you. It's a brilliant presentation. Thanks a lot. And we already received 2 questions or comments. Maybe partly have been answered, but let's double check how it works. So Sergey Kartashev asked if why the tag is required, and he explains his question like Ripple exchange deposit requires tag field in addition to address. It's more complex than the traditional address-only approach. And this is why he's asking what is the purpose of introducing the tag.
What is the purpose of introducing the tag? I just don't get a question.
Yes, why do you need tag? You can click on the colorful question and answers button if you scroll upper on the left. Yes, that. Click on that. That's the button, the question and answers. Yeah. And you can find the questions there.
Okay, then I answer and read it and answer. Okay, can you run a node on Ripple Network EX? It's completely open. You just run your server and you pay for your infrastructure, because Ripple no way have payment for you. It's thing for the validators to work with this way. Real price near 1 with small fraction. Is Ripple stablecoin like this currency? Have Ripple any higher or low limits in price? I watched it about 1 year. The lowest was 0.17, highest was $2. In previous to 2017, it cost about $4. But it's not the stablecoin linked to currency. It's just the method of the replacement with value. You need something that you could use for exchange, like maybe. If you wanted to send your money from one currency to the another currency, you need to exchange it to XRP. Then XRP was traded, then it's reversed to the other currency on decentralized exchange. Or it could be replaced straight if it's kill transaction. But low limits in price. I don't see how it could be higher or lower. It's an exchange measure of the price value. Ripple exchange and deposit requires tag field in addition to address. It's more complex than traditional address-only approach. Why tag is required? What is this meaning? Tag is the field which you could use to understand what party you get, from what party you get paid. For example, when you send your amount to the Alice in return need to fill this tag field that you could understand who is pay for you, because you are issuing gateway. So this is field used to indicate who is paid your some value. It's not that you could not digest this understanding from the blockchain, but I think it's more complex to digest this transaction type, or just get it with simple tag field. So you just use it to indicate who is paying for you.
Okay, any last call for the audience to ask your questions? you have any. But otherwise, I believe that the presentation of André was very comprehensive. Okay, if there are no more questions, then I would like to thank you for taking your time and would join us for this session. André, thank you very, very much for introducing us to Ripple, and wishing you all the very best of the rest of the day.
Thank you very much. Goodbye.
Goodbye.